Leo, how are you? Welcome to the channel and to your reading, Leo. We are going to connect with your energies available for the next few hours. Let's see what the angels tell us, Leo. What message the angels have for you? Let's see what the angels tell us for the next few hours of Leo's life. Well, Six of Wands, triumph, victory, situations that bring joy to your life. Events are unfolding that point toward situations bringing good news. It also says that positive developments are arriving in your life, which will bring light and abundance as well. This is especially true now, as the time has come for those bits of good news to draw closer to you. Everything is aligning in a way that suggests a very favorable shift is finally within your reach right now. Above all, these news are understood to bring rewards and recognition. It can be good news that offers you relief and brings hope regarding a situation you were waiting to have a positive outcome. This is a moment where things finally align in your favor for your peace of mind. It is a moment where you also regain your enthusiasm and faith in yourself. This connects you directly with your shine. It speaks obviously of your remarkable intelligence, your open mind. Above all, it also speaks to us of an excellent society or an excellent business and development that may be underway, and it suggests there are some very, very good prospects ahead for you as you move forward with it. Well, you are currently in the process of carrying things forward, working to develop your Leo energy alongside someone else, and the situation clearly holds some very, very promising prospects. It is a time for moving ahead with confidence and building something truly meaningful that will serve you well in the future. May you achieve brilliant success, and may you be able to connect with the person you are working with in a very confident way. Obviously, it will be very timely for you to do everything you need to do from that place, as you will certainly be having a very beneficial result. Because you are definitely going to be having a very beneficial result. And that will end up being for you a stable source, a stable income that can bring you structure, that can bring you order in your life, and above all, in financial matters. But it can also be from a personal place. If you are working for someone else, you are obviously standing out for some type of work. And that will also be understood as, well, a victory over what is a position. A promotion, a salary increase, a recognition, the end of a career, obtaining a degree. And all of that makes sense for that happy outcome because perhaps you have been trying to achieve that victory here for a very long time. And the sun tells us about that, confirming that the wait is finally coming to an end. That victory you have been waiting for is finally happening these days. And that is why you will see that thanks to that, you will have a good opportunity to empower yourself, secure yourself, and above all, show yourself in a leader-like way, right? Faced with all of this, a very good opportunity arrives regarding something that could increase your earnings, putting you on the path of abundance, hard work, and leadership. This is the moment to embrace these changes, trust your potential, and finally step into the role you were meant to play. That will obviously depend on everyone's individual situation. That is why, if you want to address your specific case, you know that you can have a personal reading with me. And to do so, you have to schedule through the website. You always see it here in the video, and you also have a pinned comment on your sign so that you can access it. Let's see what the cards tell us. Well, the Star card, how intense. The Sun and the Star, the Temperance card, and the Eight of Pentacles. Many of you have asked for this, you have asked for it, you have prayed for this, you have manifested this for a long time, and the star is illuminating you today and is taking you directly to what is the sun, right? To what is abundance. The star appears when you have managed to face a difficult situation and have gained experience and wisdom from it. While you cannot change what you have lived through or alter what happened in the past, you can certainly take that experience and recognize the actions you do not want to repeat. Yes, we can draw on that experience and in some way recognize the actions we do not want to repeat in this new context, so we do not return to that moment of collapse or that moment of feeling blocked. We can learn from it and move forward with greater clarity. And so the star is illuminating us, healing us from so many different things, and bringing us profound protection. At the same time, it is securing that very special path that ultimately leads us forward and directly connects us with the wonders of miracles, guiding our steps toward everything we have been waiting for in our lives. The one who is causing the miracles is you too, Leo, because of the way in which you are developing, in how you are shining, in how you are connecting, and because of the result that you are obtaining thanks to the battle that you are managing to win. So be that as it may, the star places you in that hopeful place where you become enthusiastic again, where you reconnect with faith, with confidence, with self-confidence, and you simply let yourself be guided by that motivation or that desire. And you see that life responds to you with situations that show you, obviously, that that desire becomes reality. And here you have the Temperance card. The Temperance card is a card that speaks to us of what could be a situation that arises through what is a convenient arrangement, a convenient negotiation. And again, this victory, this sun, this emperor, and this star have to do with a need on your part to reconsider something, don't they? It is about negotiating something with someone and trying to come to a mutual agreement. Because they have truly tried to approach this in every possible way and through every conceivable manner, yet it just cannot be done. They are failing to reach an agreement, and they are struggling to communicate in a way that would allow them to finally find common ground. This is simply not happening, and the disconnect remains despite their absolute best efforts to find a way forward that works for both of them in this situation. So temperance asks you to flow in harmony, in contemplation, and in calm, because things are settling. It is in that direction that everything will start to go, which is the direction that the star marks. This is a card that is traditionally associated with communication, with conversation, a communication and a conversation that has to be balanced so that you obviously find a solution, an agreement, or something that has perhaps been left by the wayside is reconsidered, which can come hand in hand with work. And for a reason, you have the Six of Wands. I feel that this is the moment where Leo finds the optimal conditions to reap the benefits of this, which is this victory. It may also mean that for you, this victory leads to a project that genuinely excites you and quite clearly makes better possibilities flow your way. This is all connected to the Six of Wands, which signifies the success and recognition you have worked so hard to achieve. All of this connects you to happiness and the excitement of obviously conquering what you want to conquer or reaching that goal you have set for yourself to finally achieve and realize. It obviously makes perfect sense when you look at the very first line of the reading, doesn't it? Which is the Sun and the Emperor. So it could also be that the communication or the phone call, you have been waiting for, aligns perfectly with that victory. But it also serves as an invitation for you to simply step back and allow things to unfold exactly as they are meant to. Trust in the process, stay open to the shifts occurring around you, and let the energy flow naturally on its own without you having to force a single thing into place. It could also be that we are talking about a work situation that acts as a trigger for that Six of Wands, the Sun, and the Emperor. This may be a moment for you to realize that work flows based on how you are exchanging, how you are interacting, and how you are adapting in your workplace as you navigate this process and find your rhythm within your professional environment and daily responsibilities. Because you're doing a different kind of work and you have to adapt, or because you need to be more in sync with everyone else, or because you have to find in those different perspectives from your coworkers or in your own way or in the way other people work, that common ground that allows the work to flow. Maybe that you are waiting to have a work conversation. And surely this also comes hand in hand with a phone call, a very important work conversation that also places you in a place of privilege where you are invited to train, where you are invited to continue working on something that will surely then trigger you to a place of promotion. Also, temperance is a moment where it tells me that Leo notices the difference, together with the Eight of Pentacles, that the effort and the focus have been worth it because their economy improves. Not only because the Sun and the Emperor are there and you have certain order and certain clarity about your finances, but also because temperance makes it possible for your money to feel more liquid. It flows, it comes in and goes out to pay and also to generate surpluses. Now, if we are talking about a situation that may have to do with Leo needing to have that victory and that recognition from someone who needs them to illuminate their life, to structure their life, that they feel stable with that person, and also that the feelings that Leo feels for that person, him or her, are reciprocated. Well, temperance speaks to us of stability and of feelings that start to settle or to be calmer because there is a good understanding. Leo gives and also receives. The person gives, but the person also receives. But Leo also gives. And there is a back and forth that makes it possible for the relationship to start to flow differently because there is better communication. And if we are going through a transition in the relationship, there is a communication that makes it possible for that to flow and that we can adapt to the circumstances and that we let life fill us with moments of exchange and communication, whether it is with personal matters, as I already told you, with our desire that is being fulfilled, or with a person of interest. It is a moment for you to open yourself to the environment, to give yourself to the environment, to communicate your intentions and your desires. And also to this very opportune moment, which you are going to take as a moment of success, of work, of opportunity, and above all, of extending yourself in material abundance and in receiving and preparing yourself to have the reward for the dedication, the power, and the firmness that ultimately are the engine that leads you to this, right? It is the engine that led you to seek and procure the change, to aspire to what is this reward, to recover the clarity that the sun gives you, to not repeat patterns and behaviors and structures that did not give you solvency. So the Eight of Pentacles is talking about that moment where you are offered something. You obviously take it as to involve yourself with much responsibility. And if there is action and focus and thought and action with coherence, surely you will have an impressive result here in what refers to an increase in finances. And it can also have to do with studies, with personal growth. Even so, it results tedious to you. It results boring to you. You know that if you put the energy into that situation, you will certainly have more success and more reward. Listen to your inner voice, say the angels, let yourself be guided through it, because there they are connecting you a lot with what is the star. It is impressive. Wish fulfilled for Leo. Let's connect with this wonderful energy.